Hello, and welcome to this quick tip recording. This is the third in a series based on Chapter 20 of the ASTD Handbook of Measuring and Evaluating Training. This week's quick tip is entitled, Is Level 3 Enough? I'm Wendy Kirkpatrick. I'm here with my husband and business partner, Jim Kirkpatrick. Now, last week at the end of the quick tip, he left me with a question that made me wonder. I don't know if it made you wonder too, but he said that he wanted all of us to think about the difference between wiping down the countertops in the kitchen versus cleaning them. Now, living and working with Jim Kirkpatrick is interesting. I just have to interject here as his wife because he sees the 4 levels in just about everything we do, and I think we're about to hear another interesting example of that. So, Jim, let's talk about this. What is the difference between wiping and cleaning the countertops?
Well, Wendy, funny you should ask that because it has everything to do with you. We've been married for 3+ years, and when you asked the original question, is level 3 enough? At the time we got married, I would have said yes. And we have even talked about if you do level 3 enough, level 4 will take care of itself. We no longer believe that. We think level 3 is still the most powerful level, but let me tell you an example that opened my eyes as a real life example. Well, believe it or not, Wendy sets up chores for me to do around the house. And one of the chores is to deal with the countertops after meals. And I'm fine with that. But for a number of weeks, what I thought my job was to wipe down the counters. So I did. I took the wet rag, made sure it was hot, and wiped down the counters. And she didn't say anything for a while, but more and more she started to say, "Come here and take a look at this counter." I say, "What do you mean?" She said, "Look at it in the light there, and you can see that there is still some film on it. There's still some little chunks of food." And I say, "But I wiped down the counters." But she says, "But you didn't clean the counters. Your job is to clean the counter, not wipe down the counter." And that's the whole world of difference and something that we are going to be promoting throughout 2012. The idea of training and coaching to level 3 versus level 4. Now, what I had been doing was level 3. I had been wiping down the counters. That was my behavioral chore. That was my job. But I was not accomplishing the result, which was clean counters. So think of the implications of that. What we refer to, how do you gather data about whether the counters are clean or not, and obviously you know I'm talking about your work and your participants' work, is leading indicators. Wendy, you want to tell them real quick what the term leading indicators means before we go on?
All right, if I can stop chuckling about the fact that you chose this particular example to share with our audience around the world, sure. Leading indicators are that really important connection between level 3 behaviors and your ultimate business level 4 results. Leading indicators are short-term or smaller observations and measurements that suggest that critical behaviors are on track to create the desired positive impact on the results that you're looking for. So these are those little things that are going to help to keep everybody on track. So when we talk about wiping down the countertops, some leading indicators might be that we have a safe, healthy, and hygienic place to prepare our next meal. Also, that our countertops are free of insects or anything that might be a problem. Also, if guests stop by the house, the kitchen looks sparkling clean and we don't have to be embarrassed that it looks like my husband didn't do a very good job wiping down the countertops. So all of those things could be leading indicators in this little example.
And to be honest, one of the best leading indicators that I am actually completing my job successfully is that Wendy says good job rather than you need to do it again. So let's say that you use hybrids, either surveys or focus groups that connect level 3 and level 4, and you need to do that by asking the questions, to what degree are people applying it? If so, why? If not, why not? All level 3 questions. And to what degree are you seeing signs that what you're doing is paying off? Those are the level 4 leading indicator questions. So let's say you get data from all of those and you're finding out that indeed people are performing their jobs, but they're not seeing the signs either from customers, either from short-term sales, from catching errors, from positive comments. They're not seeing those things. It means that there is something that needs to be done. Either the behaviors are not the right behaviors or they are not being performed correctly. So This is a big deal because the critical point here is that you need to be training and coaching to the level 4 leading indicators, which are the signs that the level 3 behaviors are paying off. And if not, you need to either revamp your training to make sure the training points the learner to the ultimate level 4 leading indicators and the results. Even your performance review planning process should be targeted to level 4 leading indicators, not just level 3 change in behavior. And even the coaching, that is to reinforce everything, is supposed to be targeted to the leading indicators and not stopping at level 3. Wendy, why don't you give them an example from our work of where you are coaching and training to level 4 leading indicators rather than stopping at level 3?
You know, Jim, you're really right. We've really tried to take some of our own advice here and taken a look even at the Kirkpatrick certification process. Over 1,300 of you out there have accomplished your bronze level certification, where you've come to a class for 2 days and completed your own evaluation plan and left with an action plan to go out and execute that. And we send out follow-ups and we check back with people, and we want to know what's going on, but we have heard loud and clear that this isn't quite enough. So we've recently established silver and gold level certification, and ultimately what that is a formal checkpoint to see that not only are you executing your plan, but are you getting the desired organizational level results that were the reason for the program in the first place. And if you're not seeing those results, what are you doing to modify your plan and change some of those critical behaviors so that you do get those results? So, we've really realized, as much as level 3 is critical and we believe that level 3 is probably still the most important level, it is only important to the degree that you're monitoring what's happening and adjusting as you're looking at, are you actually getting those leading indicators, and are they having a positive impact on your level 4 results? So you won't get level 4 without level 3, but you can't simply stop with level 3 in your thought pattern. You really need to be looking towards, why are we doing these things in the first place, and what are we trying to accomplish? So putting that together, we think that you will accomplish great success and take it step by step, and you can make a tangible, measurable, visible difference on your organizational results. We hope that you've enjoyed this week's quick tip. If you have, please stay subscribed with us. If you're not subscribed with us, it's easy. Just go to kirkpatrickpartners.com and click on the Register tab, and you'll get the quick tip delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here next week with another quick tip in this series.